beautiful Sunday afternoon here in Southern California on Military Spouse Appreciation Day here at Petco Park as the Padres and the Marlins will do battle in Game 3 of this 3-game series. And once again, good afternoon, everybody. It's Andy Mazer in for Dick Enberg, joined by Mark Grant as always. And today, we will see young Joe Whelan go to the mound. He'll be in search of his first big league win, but he's pitched a lot better over the last 3 games.
It's inevitable. Joe will get that big league win. Hopefully it is today. The last 3 starts for the young right-hander, he's gone at least 5 innings, pitched quite well. The strikeouts are up as well, but one thing Joe Whelan has learned is how to calm himself down there on the mound in between pitches, gather his thoughts. Let's watch today how he focuses pitch to pitch, batter to batter against these Miami Marlins.
And he'll have a couple of guys to face that have done very, very well here against the San Diego Padres, and Hanley Ramirez and Omar Infante. They've had a good week here in this series.
Pretty balanced lineup for Ozzie Guillen and the Miami Marlins. They've just hit mistakes. They're doing well defensively. If it's not Ramirez, it's Infante. If it's not Infante, it's Ramirez. But a great series for these 2 veteran players. And one thing to watch out for today, if Joe Whelan can limit the mistakes, because the fastball mistake is something that those 2 hitters have really crushed.
And the Padres will try to salvage a game here in this series, and they don't want to be swept by the Miami Marlins here on a beautiful Sunday afternoon for baseball here with the Little Leaguers in attendance and also Military Spouse Appreciation Day. Game coming up next, the final game of this 3-game series, the Sunday showdown between Ricky Nolasco and Joe Whelan. Padres and Marlins coming up next. And on Military Spouse Appreciation Day, we get the flyover earlier today. As the marine layer has kind of lifted, the sun is starting to shine here at Petco Park. And this is the final game of this 3-game series between the Padres and the Marlins, as the Padres try to salvage a game in this series from Ozzie Guillen's ball club. Marlins lineup will look like this. It'll be Jose Reyes to lead off. Emilio Bonifacio batting second in center field. Hanley Ramirez, he'll be at third base in the number 3 spot. Logan Morrison will get his first start. He'll be in the cleanup spot in left. Omar Infante at second base. Giancarlo Stanton will be in right field batting 6th. Gabby Sanchez is at first base hitting 7th. John Buck, the catcher, for the second straight game. And Ricky Nolasco will be on the mound and batting 9th. He'll be facing this youngster, Joe Whelan.
Well, Joe Whelan has gotten better and better with each start. And believe me, that 0-4 record, yeah, that sticks out. And nothing harder than to get that first win, that 10th win, and that 20th win. And Andy, you know, you're a big-time baseball fan. And how many times pitchers get stuck trying to achieve those. So hopefully this is the day for Joe.
And he gets ahead with the first pitch of this ball game. We're underway. Jose Reyes at 225 coming in with just 4 runs batted in. Big free agent off-season acquisition from those New York Mets as Lance Barksdale will call the balls and strikes. Yoden Culbreth at first base. Adrian Johnson, the umpire, at second. Crew chief Gary Cederstrom will be at third. And it goes the breaking ball for the first time, and it's 2-1. But as you pointed out in the open, also Joe Whelan has really steadily improved over the last few starts. Good pitch.
Another thing for Joe Whelan, he has had the luxury of watching these 2 games prior to this start, right? So in the clubhouse, on the bench, seeing the types of pitches that these Marlin hitters are hitting.
Trying to go inside that time, and it's full.
Well, that's an impressive thing about Joe Whelan. He is not afraid to go on the inside part of the plate to righties and lefties alike.
Maben will chase that one and make the running grab. And that's out number 1. Maben in center field for the Padres. The rest of the defense looks like this. Mark Kotze's in left. Will Venable in right. Headley and Perino on the left side of the infield. It's Hudson and Alonso on the right. And the battery today of Whelan and Baker. Good defense yesterday by these boys.
Nice to see. And what that does is it picks up your pitching staff.
It's the toughest thing when you can't trust your defense to let guys put the ball in play. You never feel like they're going to make the plays behind you, but certainly did yesterday and have steadily improved on that defense.
Okay, was there anything more graceful than seeing Cameron Maben going to the left center field gap on that one with the nice clean white pants, the camo jersey, and snatching that fly ball for out number 1?
He glides, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Some guys kind of lumber after the baseball and don't look real sure of themselves. And
he's a gazelle.
Yes, he is. And speaking of not sure, what is that on the top of his helmet?
I think it's pine tar and rosin.
I think he should ease off the rosin.
Hey, remember the helmet that Ozzie Guillen wore during his career? It was just caked with pine tar and rosin.
It's like someone threw the rosin bag at him. He didn't duck. So Whelan ahead in this count. And he gets him swinging. A very feeble swing right there by Bonifacio. And the first strikeout, second out.
Curveball 1-2. And what I like about that is he put him away. No dilly-dallying around, right? No lollygagging. Because when you lollygag, you know what that makes you?
A lollygagger. I've heard that. That might be one of the best overall baseball scenes in a movie.
Throwing the bats in the shower and scaring them.
Exactly. You got to scare him a little bit.
Scared me.
So here's Ramirez out in front.
Looks like Joe Whelan's got a good feel for that breaking ball right out of the chute. And there's the Little Leaguers sporting the 1970, mid-70s jersey of the Padres.
That was a great little parade on the field before the game with the Little Leaguers today.
Oh, Campio. Well, change up from Joe Whelan.
Marlins hitters very aggressive at the plate. Buddy Black and Darren Balsley, the brain trust there, with Rick Renteria looking on at their young 22-year-old right-hand starter, Joe Whelan. Heading in now, Venable. He makes a diving grab, heading toward the infield. Will Venable with some great closing speed and a 1-2-3 inning for Joe Whelan and the San Diego Padres. As we head to the bottom of the first inning, no score here at Petco Park. On the field today, going around and walking the warning track on a big league diamond and a big league thrill for a bunch of young kids and even their parents that got to take part in it as well, I would assume.
Yeah, that was great to see. Love to see, hey, snow cone, right?
Order us one, will you?
My goodness, it doesn't get any better than that.
Let's take a look at Bud Black's lineup, brought to you by Toyota. And who made that great catch to end the top of the first. Will Venable will lead off. He'll be followed by Mark Kotze. Chase Headley in the 3 spot at third base. Yonder Alonso will be the cleanup man at first base. Orlando Hudson. Cameron Maybin in center. John Baker will be the catcher. And Andy Perino over shortstop. Joe Whelan will be the pitcher and batting ninth against Ricky Nolasco, who, as we mentioned, has a chance at history today. And the Padres will certainly try to stymie that. 6th start to the season here for Nolasco.
He is a 4-pitch pitcher, Ricky Nolasco. Fastball, slider, curve, and his split. His slider is kind of like a slurve, and he throws a spike curveball. I'll show you what that's all about sometime during the game.
Venable pokes one in toward left field, but Morrison is there, and that's out number 1. Check out the defense here behind Nolasco. You already saw Morrison in left. Bonifacio is in center. Stanton in right. Left side of the infield is Ramirez and Reyes. Infante and Sanchez on the right. And it's Nolasco and Buck, the battery for Ozzie Guillen's Miami Marlins. And a bit of history that Nolasco is chasing here with a win today. He could tie Dontrell Willis atop the all-time wins list for the Marlins franchise. The D-Train with 68.
Nolasco is already the all-time strikeout leader for the Florida/Miami Marlins with 804. You know, we talked about Infante being the guy who's kind of under the radar, but yet having a good year. Nolasco is that pitcher that's kind of under the radar as well. This guy, he's a stud.
And he gets a strike. 2-1 on Kotze. One of those, there's one guy on every staff that just kind of goes about his business. He's not flashy. He just is consistent. Kotze gets under one into right. Will stay in the ballpark, even though it sounded very good off the bat. But Stanton will make the catch for out number 2. Time now to take a look at our Lexus keys to the game for those who return to Mark Grant.
Well, win for the club and win for the kid. Talking about, you know, you don't want to get swept by the Marlins, and you want to get a victory for Joe Whelan and get him on a little bit of a roll. Hey, keep it in the yard, right? No souvenir home runs off the bats of the Miami Marlins. I think Joe Whelan is quite capable of doing just that.
Headley flies one into deep center. That's going to chase Bonifacio back a little further than he thought, but he'll make the catch there on the warning track. 3 fly balls, and the Padres have gone in order here in the first. After 1, we're scoreless.
tremendous amount of strain, you know, on both husband and wife, and family, kids. So, you know, you really get a you know, firsthand look when you grew up with part of it, and to see what some of the guys had to go through, some of the kids, my friends, with parents being overseas, and you know, you really respect them for making that sacrifice. But you know, it's our opportunity to say thank you.
That's our Geico quote of the game, Chase Headley, saying thank you to military spouses as the Padres honor military spouses today. Headley also grew up in Fort Carson, Colorado, and knows very well what it's like to support the military and their families. Andy Mazer, Mark Grant, back to you.
All right, Layla, thank you. Well said there by Chase Headley. As Joe Whelan goes to work here on Logan Morrison. It's a great deal. The Padres doing this to honor the spouses. They make the sacrifice here at home while their significant others make the sacrifice to keep us free overseas, maybe right here in the States still, but away from their families.
Everybody's serving, right?
Absolutely.
And the adjustments that not only men but also women who are in combat, when the man is back home running the family and the kids have to adjust to new schools, they have to, you know, moment's notice, pack up and go to another state. So it's a sacrifice on everybody's part.
Full count here on Morrison. Mister's taking in the ball game here today. Little throwback look there as well on that Padres uni. Padres in those camouflage jerseys today, as is every Sunday on the home game. Quirino will take care of that one, and that's out number 1.
Good quality fastball down in the zone, away from Morrison. 3-2 count. That's a nice job by Joe Whelan. You know, if he can command that pitch at any time, this kid's going to win a lot of games in the big leagues and get a lot of ground balls.
That's a point you bring up too, and it sounds really, really simple about fastball command, and that's everything.
And you know how you get that? Practice,
maybe even some more,
and some more practice.
All right. Like
it's being repetitive. Arm slot. Feel of the baseball in your hand, your mechanics. You know, I remember Mike Krukow, a teammate of mine a long time ago, he said, hey, can you throw your fastball 8 out of 10 times down and away on the black? No. Well, you better learn, you know. That's a great pitch. Because let's face it, a lot of young kids, when they're younger and they throw hard, they're blessed with a good arm. They're not trying to throw for a spot. They're just throwing the ball by people because they can. Now, when you move up in the ranks, you better be able to hit those spots.
And another base hit and an extra base hit for Infante. He has just been killing the Padres here this series. A 1-out double down the left field line.
Let's check out location here. See Baker? See how he's set up down and away? He has to reach across the heart of the plate there. It's elevated. And Chase Headley gives it the old college try. But in between the pillow and the third baseman for extra bases. And Infante is just, the man's a menace.
Yes, he is. 9th double of the year. Seems like they've all come in this series. That is his 5th overall hit against Padre pitching in 2012. A good pitch down the middle there to Stanton.
Hey, how about that? 87 mile an hour, like a first pitch BP fastball. I like that.
Stanton with a couple of home runs here in this series. 1 for 4 yesterday. Goes the other way with that foul. Slider from Joe Whelan. I'm going to call him Joe Stanton. But
I'm sure there's a Joe Stanton out there somewhere watching, so he appreciates you giving him a shout out.
Absolutely. My pleasure, Joe. Thanks for watching. You mentioned the home runs. That first one was just a towering blast into the bullpen last night's down the line of the Western Metal Building.
He's going to have a lot of those in his career.
Oh, yeah. Right there, he gets him swinging. Another curveball from Joe Whelan. The off-speed stuff seems to be pretty crisp so far.
A couple of times this afternoon he has gotten hitters out on the curveball. The first one was Bonifacio, and that one Giancarlo Stanton goes down swinging.
So Gabby Sanchez will come to the plate, batting in the number 7 spot today, as he did last night and the night before. 207 hitter with a homer and 8 runs batted in. Infante, I know this sounds like a broken record, but Infante's at second with a double. Now with 2 away, see if Wheeling can pitch out of it. Keep this game scoreless. And he gets ahead.
Paint.
I'd imagine that's the toughest thing to teach a young kid like that, especially you're talking about trying to throw the ball through them all the time, and just less is more.
Hey, if you've got a wall at home, if you've got a net at home, to put little dots on the outside corner.
Smashed to second. Nice snag there by Orlando Hudson. He'll spin and throw on to first in time. And the double does absolutely no damage, even though Infante has just been a hitting machine so far here in this series. We're going to the bottom of the second, still scoreless at Petco Park.
Give a shout out to my beautiful wife, Ashley, the most supportive person in my life. I love you, babe. And go Padres.
Indeed, a good message. And again, a thank you to all those men and women in uniform serving us and our country and protecting our freedom. We certainly do appreciate that. We welcome you here to Petco Park or wherever you may be watching our ball game today.
Always love to see the recruits up there in the upper deck with the DIs. On their way to earning the Globe and Anchor. There they are. Thank you. Ever been up to Pendleton?
I've never been.
Got to go.
Driven by it 100 times, but never been in. So here's Alonso. Off the fists on that one.
Hey, it's a good hat day, huh?
Absolutely.
Sunglasses.
It's a good look.
Protect yourself from the UVs. Oh, love the floppy lid. That's the '84 style floppy lid.
Kentucky Derby yesterday. That's a nice little bonnet there.
Mint juleps for everybody.
You're buying, right?
Sure, why not?
Even count now on Yonder Alonso. There you see the leaders in doubles. Joey Votto with another one yesterday. So Alonso is 2 behind the guy that he fought for at first base with there in Cincinnati and led to the trade to the San Diego Padres.
Nice recognition of laying off the breaking ball from Nolasco. Hey, Pippi Longstocking's in the house.
He's got a Nikon camera.
Yeah.
He's going to take our photograph.
Hey, hats are underrated. I love hats. Yeah. It's the best.
And foul out of play, so Alonso will stay alive here. Full count, 3-2.
Making Nolasco throw a lot of pitches is at bat. That also works to the advantage of Cameron Maben. Orlando Hudson. I stand corrected. Orlando Hudson on deck. Getting a good look-see at Ricky Nolasco.
Gets him swinging. Little foul tip there, held by John Buck. For a strikeout for Nolasco, one away.
Well, we've seen all the pitches from Ricky Nolasco, and Yonder Alonso first saw a fastball up and away. That looked like a changeup, cute foul. Trying to move his feet a little bit. So Nolasco, what's he trying to do here? He's going in and out, in and out, in and out. He spits on that breaking ball. That was a crushable pitch to go the other way. And then when he got right down to it, Nolasco challenges him with the fastball and wins the battle.
High fastball that time by Nolasco. You see the numbers on Hudson this year. Home run, 8 runs batted in. Working on getting that OBP up. It's a 266 right now. That's a fairly telling stat these days.
Yeah, right around 333 is where you want to be, right?
Absolutely.
That's anything north of that. Doing a pretty good job of getting on base.
His counterpart Infante will take care of Hudson. 2 away. And that'll bring up the former Marlin Cameron Maben. We were mentioning also that Nolasco, the last time he saw the San Diego Padres was back at the stadium to be named later. It had like 8 different names. But in Miami, when the Padres chased him, that is, after an inning and a third, his shortest ever career start. He gave up 9 earned runs and 9 hits in the 14-3 loss to the Padres. Cameron Maben was 2 for 2 against him in that start.
Thank goodness they got a good yard now. Because that old one,
not good.
Muy cansado. Very tired.
And usually very wet right around 4:30 or so in the afternoon in the middle of the summer.
I got bad yard.
It was Florida and Oakland, the last 2 that actually shared a stadium with a football team. So now the A's and the Raiders are the last 2 to share a facility. Looking forward to heading down to that new yard in July. Marlins Park is what it's called. Swing and a miss. Oh, nice. Actually, it has a reputation of being a pitcher's park so far.
Oh, beautiful.
But that's the big key right there. The retractable roof. It's going to be closed on those days that it's raining and hot. They have a bobblehead collection. And that thing, we don't want to see that go off too many times.
Right, because that means that the Marlins have just hit a home run. That's kind of like their...
the Apple and
exactly.
Citi Field, when the Mets hit a home run.
Good call.
And the old Astrodome, when that scoreboard would explode.
Or the train at Minute Maid Park.
Oh, yeah,
right?
that whistle, that train whistle. And Bernie Brewer, of course, sliding down the slide. You have a little knowledge of that, don't you?
Sure do. That's what makes this great game fun. Every venue you go to, there's a little something that sticks out that a ball club can call their own.
So yeah, they say that early on it's favoring the pitchers, but yet you look at some of the numbers from the Marlins just compared to the road, they're hitting better at home. So we'll see for ourselves in July. In played at third. An easy one for Ramirez. He'll throw out Maben. And the first 6 have been set down in a row here by Ricky Nolasco. Scoreless after 2. AT trivia question. Question we'll pose to you today is, on this date in 1994, Anthony Young ended his MLB record losing streak for a starting pitcher. How many games did he lose? The answer coming up a little bit later.
Poor guy. I remember that.
I do too. He actually went to a different ball club and continued the streak.
Yeah, that's something you don't wish upon anybody.
I'd certainly like to see Joe Whelan get off that 0 before the 4. And have a nice little 1 there for the first big league win. That ball hugged the line and stays fair. Nice job by Headley to stick with it and throw out John Buck.
You make a good point, Andy. You stay with that play. You let the umpire make the call. It's so close, right? Carry on with the play. Let the umpire worry about making the call.
If nothing else, you got a free toss over to first base.
Right.
Get the arm loose, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So Ricky Nolasco does have a home run in his big league career. Not a bad hitter. You look at 142 for a pitcher. That's not bad. Three for 12 on the year this year, a .250 batting average. He was taking all the way. As you look from the on-deck circle where Jose Reyes will stand, get loosened up. But he's one of the rare guys that actually is standing on that circle. You don't see that ever. But Jose Reyes has both feet on that circle. And a bit low on that one, evens the count. Nolasco is from California, so not a surprise to see some fans of his in his jersey in the stands.
Yeah, from up in Corona.
Yeah, a lot of friends and family.
Right up to 15, right?
True.
True that.
And Nolasco has had a lot of success in this state. In his career, a 7-2 performer with a .255 ERA in the state of California. Foul tip held right there by John Baker, 2 away.
Some of the guys we talked about the other day went up to visit Camp Pendleton, and all the stuff that's going on up there, getting a little instruction, putting on the gear. What a treat for those guys.
Out here is we got an allocate.
You know, you drive up the 5 and you go through the checkpoint, you see all the land up there and stuff. You just don't realize all the maneuvers they're doing up there and all that land, and day in and day out, working hard up there.
Even count now on Reyes. It's an impressive area as you drive through up there. It does startle you the first time or so you drive through there and see the tanks maneuvering on the ground out there. As Whelan has fallen behind.
That was a big strikeout of Nolasco, even though it was the pitcher spot. That you need to plow through the number 9 spot.
Ooh, that was close. Not close enough for home plate umpire Lance Barksdale. That pitch didn't differ very much from the previous one. So now it's full. Whelan working quickly. In the air to left. Kotze heading over and getting there to make the grab. And a 1-2-3 inning for Joe Whelan and the San Diego Padres at the bottom of the 3rd, scoreless. The largest 4G network, AT&T, rethink possible. And by Petco, where the healthy pets go. And welcome home indeed. One of the many ships out there in the San Diego Bay. Welcoming back those that have served. And we welcome you here to Petco Park, where there are many military members here, and there are a lot of folks sitting out at the park, taking out those beach towels and watching a ball game.
Oh, we got Mark Sweeney down by the dugout, and we've got little leaguers, we've got military personnel, we've got moms and dads. Good day at the ball yard, Mark Sweeney.
Yeah, we got a full day plus a beautiful day. Obviously, it was great to see the little leaguers, but I love the military days. I love how they honor them as well.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, Mark Sweeney, but I know in the pregame show you mentioned about something. There's never ever a bad day in Little League.
No, you don't.
Oh, well, not in my case. I gave up a 5-spot one day in Little League, and I was ticked. I was 10.
Yeah, but then you go to the ice cream, and it's all good.
Yes, it is.
You like ice cream, don't you?
Oh, you think?
Yeah, the best ice cream though is the one you could go to the store and get it in the plastic batting helmet. The real small helmet that you could keep after you were done eating it. I had a collection of those for a while.
We didn't have those when I was growing up.
Oh, come on, you did. We're roughly the same age. Come on. Yeah, they had the extra large one, of course, was the real batting helmet.
Yeah.
Get your picture on the wall if you finish one of those. Deep fly ball to right. Stanton pretty much in his tracks, then moves back and makes it a bit adventurous as he caught that ball.
He almost overran that ball.
He didn't take a very good route, did he?
Yeah, well, he may have been fooled and thought that ball was hit harder. And as he went back, he caught that baseball Willie Mays Hayes style.
He did. Mark Sweeney, I know you guys were concentrating on playing balls in the sun, but was that a factor out there?
Yeah, it is a factor out there, right behind second base, and it's going to be interesting to see his glasses are on his hat rather than over his eyes.
And Perino, a little flare, pulled in there by Reyes. So quickly 2 away.
I never understood that, Mark. You know, when the clear sunny day and the players have the glasses on top of the bill of their cap.
Yeah, that's one of those things you come in, and if you make a mistake, you have to explain it to your manager. Not a very good scenario to have. If you have them on, the way they make these sunglasses these days, everything adapts to those shadows and everything that's going on in the field, especially the glare as well.
So here's Wheeland at the plate, as Nolasco has set down the first 8 in a row. Count evens now. I miss those old flip downs.
Oh, yeah, I love the old school flip downs. Those are the best.
Because you didn't have to always have them on, but they were right there when you needed them.
Mark, correct me if I'm wrong. You actually took a baseball card picture with the flip downs on, didn't you?
I did, back at the old Jack Murphy Stadium for my baseball card. I forgot which one it was, but you're right.
And Wheeler down on strikes, and a very easy 1-2-3 inning for Ricky and Nolasco through 3 and no score in San Diego.
from USS Benful, greatest ship in the Navy. Just want to give a shout out to my wife, my little newborn son, James. If it wasn't for what you guys do, I can't do what I love to do here on the water. Go Padres.
And thank you, sir. As we're back here at Petco Park, beautiful sunshiny day here in Southern California. And so far, no score in this ball game to the top of inning number 4 with Emilio Bonifacio. Love to see those little leaguers. And attempted a slug bunt. Comes up empty. Bonifacio, a strikeout victim in the first. Whelan has set down 3 on strikes. The only hit he's given up was a double to who else? Omar Infante. Waste pitch there.
How about Joe Whelan going with the long sleeves today too? I mean, you know, the dry fit is the big thing nowadays. And what a great material that is. But it might look hot, but keeps you cool.
Keeps that perspiration from your fingertips too, doesn't it?
Yeah. I remember the old days when they used to wear the all wool sleeves. And, well, you get sweaty and that wool would get heavy.
It's a good diet.
Yeah.
Tried to check and did. So from 0-2 we go to 3-2.
So what do you do here? Locate the fastball, right? Seems like the logical thing for Joe Whelan to do. Down and away. Fastball in. Nice.
Perino is the man calling. And he'll make that grab. And that's out number 1 here in the 4th. Hanley Ramirez will come to the plate here. You know, it's interesting. We talk a lot about Whelan and the struggles and the 0-4 record, but if there was one guy, as young as he is, at 22 years of age, that can handle it, and it looks like he's going to be able to get through it, it's this kid right here.
No question about that. And he's got quite a support staff as well. Nick Huntley, John Baker, Darren Balsley, Bud Black, and the rest of the pitching staff.
Ramirez gets into one again to deep left. Kotze chasing back, and that's going to one hop against the wall. Ramirez will pull up at second with a double. And again, it's Infante and Ramirez, both with doubles in this game.
Andy, I don't know about you, but when I looked at that swing and the sound of the ball off the bat, I did not think that the ball was going to travel as well as it was. Because you look at the swing, sure, it's a big swing, and he kind of one-hands it on the follow-through. But it didn't have that sound. It was off the end of the bat. But once again, day game, and it goes to show you how strong Hanley Ramirez is. Man, did he think he got that?
I think he did.
By the judge of that follow-through.
And just the way he kind of stood there, and that's what got him yesterday getting into second base when Jesus Guzman made that great read off the wall and threw him out. He was thrown out on the base pass twice yesterday.
Mark Sweeney, did you think that ball had a chance to get out on contact?
It just didn't have that sound, Mark, that off the bat. I didn't think it was gone, but obviously hit in the right spot.
It goes back again to that conversation that we had with Anthony Bass in the clubhouse after game 1, and just said, I didn't realize how strong he was. Raw, natural power. So Morrison at the plate. Good location.
For a big guy, Logan Morrison is the type of hitter that uses the whole field.
Moves inside again. Curveball working well. This kind of goes back to what we're talking about with poise, and just you can kind of tell a kid gets it Just in his demeanor on the mound, even when he's getting beat. He doesn't give you the impression that he's being beat.
Did you see the late setup by John Baker? He even deked me. I thought he was going to go away with the runner on second base. You know, we talked about that with Bill Schroeder when the Brewers were in town about catchers setting up late. He actually hopped just before the pitch was thrown in a different position.
Well, Baker real familiar with a lot of these hitters since he played with the Marlins. Just got a piece of that one. And maybe he knows that Logan Morrison likes to take a little quick peek back.
Yep.
A little extra intel.
You know, it's not so much from a runner standpoint at second base as far as pitch, but they like to possibly give away location. That's why you see the late setup from the catcher.
And now full count. Mark Sweeney was interesting too when you guys were doing that demonstration about stealing signs and that kind of thing, about what you can really look for, especially as a catcher, to see if they are trying to relay some signs.
Yeah, Andy, and you can also look back to the Infante at bat. When you have a double, you can check on sequences and what John Baker's doing with Joe Whelan, and you can relay that when you get back into the dugout the next half inning.
To the right side. That will advance the runner as Whelan will get there on the cover. Ramirez to third and 2 away. Well, we searched the archives and there it is. The Mark Grant photo on his baseball card with the flip downs.
Yeah, that was a day game, and the photographer was out shagging fly balls or something, and I think I went to one of the infielders. Hey, let me borrow your flip downs. I love those glasses.
They're great.
When I was a kid, I remember a kid in my neighborhood from a rich family, obviously. He had the flip downs, so we went out to the field to play, and he comes out with these flip downs. I was like, oh my gosh, to have real big league flip down sunglasses.
I've never seen people wear them like that, though.
Yeah,
it's hard to flip them down when they're on your chest.
Exactly. Shallow center. And Maben with, again, the glasses on top of the bill of his cap, makes the catch anyway, and another double does no damage. To the bottom of the fourth inning, still scoreless. Back at Petco, and that Sunday tradition of honoring those Marine recruits that joined us today. Bravo Company, the first recruit training battalion from MCRD, up there in the right field stands, as you saw. And the hair on the back of your neck kind of stands up when everybody just gets up. We saw the umpires. We saw Ricky Nolasco. We see everybody in the dugout kind of stop what they're doing and clap.
Yeah, that's what caught my attention. I have never seen a starting pitcher
shallow left. Morrison almost overran that ball, but makes the catch against Venable, one away.
Before Ricky Nolasco started throwing his warm-up tosses before the start of this inning, he had his glove off underneath his arm, and he was directing himself at the Marine recruits, clapping before he took his warm-ups. Pretty impressive.
Very
pretty cool.
So. There you see the guys with the drill instructors.
To me, guys, I think that's the coolest thing in baseball. I don't know about you, but that's the coolest thing in baseball for me.
You look forward to a Sunday at the ballpark.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. And you notice it when it's another branch of the military's day here at the ballpark. But that's a great thing. Kotze ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Beautiful day. Look at that scene from right behind home plate.
You look at it.
And that will be just foul down the line. Funny guy over here, huh?
Somewhere Mark Sweeney's chuckling.
He's laughing. I know. It's okay. It. What we were talking about. Just before the warm-up tosses. And Ozzie Guillen springing out of that chair. Solidly struck, but foul again.
Man, nice grab down there. Protecting those Florida Marlin pitchers. Yeah, a little fist bump is
well deserved.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Great technique. Hands out in front. Nicely done.
Whip that ball into the glove. The guy in the front row is very thankful, too.
He wanted no part of that. The guy with the U t-shirt on?
Exactly. He's like, please make that catch.
Lake T. Cody fan. Yonder Alonso fan.
Good contact again, but rolled out to second. Out number 2. Time to answer our AT&T trivia question for the ball game today. We asked you a little bit earlier. On this date in '94, Anthony Young ended his MLB record losing streak for a starting pitcher. How many games did he lose? 29 consecutive starts.
Ouch, Bam.
That will leave a mark.
That's.
I believe he was traded from the Mets, where that actually started. He was traded to the Cubs, and it continued with the Cubs, and it just seemed to go on forever.
That's a rough stretch in the big leagues right there.
Cannot catch a break.
How does that happen, seriously?
I have no idea.
How does a guy not, like, you know, their team score 8 runs in the bottom half of the inning or whatever the case is to get the guy off the hook or get him with a W?
Yeah. I mean, we've seen guys that have gone through a season without getting a lot of run support and, you know, scuffling along to, like Dustin Mosley last year, at least got 3 wins.
Right.
But that is wearing it. Imagine what it would be like if this happened in this day and age. I mean, you're talking '94 before the internet age and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and all the press that he had to deal with back then. Can you imagine now?
Solid base hit to left. Chase Headley just continues to hit. And that, the first base hit for the Padres here today.
Nice easy swing. That swing, you know, we talk about pitchers being effortless. That swing, Mark Sweeney, looked like it was effortless for Chase Headley, taking Nolasco the opposite way.
Yeah, and that's when we talk about using the whole field. That pitch is away, he drives it away. That's what's impressive about Chase Headley. He knows wherever the ball's pitched, that's where he wants to hit it. Nice job.
Let's see if Alonso can get him around here with 2 outs. Good stab right there by John Buck on a pitch that was destined to head back to the screen. Alonso 0 for 1 with that batting average. Look at that, 269. That has climbed.
Yep.
Especially over the last 9 games. Getting 389 in that span with 7 doubles. Hits one deep into left, but it will stay in the ballpark, and on the warning track, Morrison will make the catch. Padres are done here in the 4th inning. They do get their first hit after 4. We are scoreless. Padres baseball brought to you by Sycuan Casino. Get away for the day at the all-new Sycuan Casino, San Diego's destination for casino gaming and excitement, and by your San Diego County Lexus dealer. Andy Mazer in for Dick Enberg and Mark Grant. Pleased to be with you here at Petco Park. We are scoreless and saluting the members of the military on Military Spouse Appreciation Day here at the ballpark today. Carlos Stanton at the plate. Strikeout victim his first time and lines a single to left. So the lead runner is on here against Joe Whelan. And the batter will be Gabby Sanchez.
Good breaking ball out in front a little bit. Hey, sometimes those balls are going to find the hole, right? You make a good pitch and then you square one up. It's right at somebody.
And gets ahead with a strike to Sanchez.
They continue to work down, like Jill was saying before the pregame show, right? And work for a grounder.
Late swing. However, with that base hit for Stanton, now with a season-high 9-game hitting streak. 11 for his last 31. A lot of their guys are hitting at the same time. And that usually translates into wins, and they've won their last 5. Great location.
Ooh, great movement. changeup from Whelan.
So out number 1, and the catcher John Buck will come up.
Hey, when the pressure's on, right, and we know that this Marlin team likes to hit the fastball, what do? You kind of change pace a little bit and throw the change up. And Gabby Sanchez goes back to the dugout.
Guys, one of the things you see down here, and you look at Lance Barksdale, and I think, Mark, you can talk on this, umpire giving you that low strike, that's a good feeling that Whelan can go back to that.
Absolutely. You just bring it down a little more, and because, Mark, if the hitters are at the plate and they get that called strike low, right, what do they have to do? And you know, as a hitter, you got to protect, right?
Yeah, and so you have to expand the zone.
Exactly.
I mean, that's the biggest thing, and understanding he's going to call it. And you can see some of the stares back. They're shocked that he's giving that low strike.
And the pitching aptitude of Joe Whelan to recognize that and do just that.
Yeah. It's interesting, too, because yesterday with the crew chief Gary Cedarstrom behind the plate, it was all high strikes. There were no low strikes being given. So umpire to umpire, it certainly does change. Slowly rolled. Possible double play here. Hudson with a quick turn in time. Nicely turned on a 6-4-3 double play. And the inning has come to an end. Good defense again by the San Diego Padres. As the Marlins do not score in the 5th, we go to the bottom and still no score.
In Padres baseball, and as the Padres continue to support Military Spousal Appreciation Day, I am joined by Kiki Smith. Her husband is Navy Commander of the Southwest Dixon Smith. And what does it mean to you for the Padres to honor the women and men behind the women and men who support our country?
Well, it's awesome because it gives them a chance to get out and be recognized when, you know, they're not looking for that, but it makes it special.
This is a lifelong commitment for you. What does it mean to be a spouse who supports their husband or their wife when they're on deployment, when they're going through basic training, that sort of thing?
Well, our job is kind of to take care of everything that's happening at home so they can concentrate on the job defending the country.
And what does that mean to you? Because I know you said that this is something that has run in your family. Your dad was in the Navy as well.
In the Navy, and I've been connected with the Navy all my life, so it's something that I do automatically.
And what does it mean to you, again, just to be here and at the game and enjoying it today with your husband?
Oh, it's wonderful. It's wonderful that he's home to enjoy this too. Yeah.
Well, we appreciate it, Kiki. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
All right, guys, back to you.
Layla, thank you very much. Military Spouse Appreciation Day here at the Ball Yard.
Hey, it takes special people, right?
It certainly does. Orlando Hudson, the lead batter. And holds up, and it's 2-2. Well, Albert Pujols has finally hit his first home run as a member of the Angels. It took him 110 at-bats.
Really? And a month to the day.
Tough play. Right off a home plate. Infante, though, handles it easily. One away.
Well, you pick the uniforms. Now pick your game. Friday, May 18th, Padres will wear their brown and gold 1978 uniforms against the Angels. We were just talking about them. Get to the park early. Enjoy a 70s themed pregame party. Rock the mullets. Presented by Verizon Wireless. The party starts at 5. First pitch is 7:05. Get your tickets to all 3 retro nights with the Padres Retro Mini Plan at Padres.com. Or get on the horn at 619-795-5555.
It's a good look right there. Tough play. Made it look easy there by Infante to get Hudson.
Let's see. I want to correct myself because 70s was more like froze and right and like perms, right?
Yeah.
The mullets were more like mid 80s, mid to late 80s, early 90s.
Strike called. Saw Orlando Hudson there in the dugout. He kind of limped a little bit back toward the dugout after that play at first base.
Yeah, did you see when he extended himself at first base? He kind of hit the bag awkwardly.
Trying to get loose there in the dugout.
But getting back to Albert Pujols, as we take a look at Orlando Hudson, watch him extend there. Who knows?
Big cut.
The Angels opened up this year April 6th. So today being May 6th, a month to the day. Albert Pujols. If you were a bet man, if somebody came to you when the Angels signed Pujols and said, "I'll bet you $1 million Albert Pujols will not hit a home run in a month as an Angel."
Yeah, I'd be out $1 million that I didn't have. You take that on account that I don't have it. Base hit right field. So Cameron Maybin has his second hit in the series. Padres' second hit today. That'll bring up the catcher, John Baker.
Let's see what the pitch is from Nolasco. It's a fastball in a little bit. Getting those hands through nicely and hitting behind that baseball. And Mark Sweeney, you've got a good vantage point from the dugout at that swing from the right-handed hitting Maybin.
Yeah, Mark, you go back to the pitch before it, and he was a little out front. Looked like he wanted to pull the ball, and when you are out front like that, you want to let the ball travel. He did a nice job on that pitch, letting it travel, driving the ball the other way on an outside pitch.
See what Mark's saying, letting the ball travel on contact. That ball is just about in front of the belt buckle there a little bit, rather than out in front.
Mark Sweeney, it just seems so hard to do, to train yourself to let the ball get deeper on you, because I mean, these guys were throwing 96, 95 miles an hour.
Well, Andy, it's easy to feel comfortable when your hands are extended, but when you pull your hands in and on inside pitch, you can still let the ball travel and still power the ball. It's something you need to learn how to trust, and Cameron Maybin is going through those things right now and trying to get that ball deeper, but that takes time, and also trusting yourself to do it is another thing.
Maybin has 8 steals. That leads the Padres team. Padres the 5th most stolen bases in the National League, right behind these Marlins, who lead the National League and the majors. And it's a pitch out. Double clutch on that throw, and the play is lost. Even on a pitch out, Maybin steals his 9th.
You've heard of the double Dutch bus? How about the double clutch buck on that one? And Cameron Maybin getting an extra 90 feet. A great jump. Take advantage of that. Buck could not find the handle. Easily sliding into second base as Cameron Maybin into scoring position.
Close pitch. But outside, according to the home plate umpire, Lance Barksdale.
You know, we call that, Mark, with John Buck back there, we call it traveling. Taking that extra step.
Got to dribble, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's a violation.
And a pickoff attempt. Reyes was sneaking in behind. They had that old daylight play on.
You know what even makes it sweeter, Mark Sweeney, is that it was they smelled something. It was a pitch out, and it still works to the advantage of the Padres.
Well, they also understand, Cameron, maybe when he gets on, you have to take opportunities and take chances, and that's what they have to do. Obviously, they picked right on the pitch out, just didn't work out for them.
Well, that'll get the man to third as Baker grounds out. Now with 2 away. Well, this MLB on Fox season, Fox Sports is proud to support Boys and Girls Clubs of America, a place where youth can reach their full potential as productive, caring, responsible citizens. To learn more, please visit greatfutures.org/Fox Sports. They're not going to mess around with Perino here. They're going to leave it up to Joe Whelan. As Baker gave himself up and grounded that ball to the right side to get the man to third. And Mark Sweeney, that's the type of fundamental baseball you love to see. And obviously now, but toward the lower part of the order, with Ozzie Guillen making this decision to get to the pitcher, but you still like to see that. Yeah, there's certain guys and certain managers that really don't like to do this early in the game. That's what surprises me here, because Nolasco has an understanding of he's made some really good pitches, but this surprised me because it really turns the lineup over. Well, there is ball 4.
Hey, Padre fans, meet the Fox Sports San Diego girls, Brittany and Krista. Update your status and follow them online as they keep you posted on what's happening in San Diego sports. It's easy. Like them on Facebook, follow them on Twitter. Your all-access pass is just a click away. Hey.
Great view from the outfield there. And believe this or not, Andy Perino is now second in the National League in intentional walks. That was his 5th intentional walk. He is behind Joey Votto, who has 6 and now tied with David Wright. There you see the positions of the runners on at first and third. Maben at third, Perino at first, Whelan at the plate with 1 big league hit.
Boy, if Joe Whelan could stay on that breaking ball, when you see that gap there, Sanchez holding on the runner. You also see Infante right there. Chances are Nolasco is going to keep the ball away. Perfect opportunity to shoot it that way.
That's where he went. Too far out. Whelan, a good athlete, though. Set some records in high school at the plate. You know those high school guys when they have over a 500 batting average.
Oh, yeah.
He was one of those guys.
Well, everybody knows that the pitcher's the best athlete on the team.
Say something?
Crickets from Mark Sweeney down there?
Crickets from both of us.
I'm just in shock.
Well,
we know the truth of that.
Yeah, a few breaking balls. Does he throw him another one here?
Oh, he does.
Line shot, base hit, right field. Is going to get by Stanton all the way to the wall. Maven's going to score. Perino rounding third. He's coming to the plate and scoring. 2-run double. Joe Whelan, and it's 2-0 Padres. Were you saying something?
And somewhere, Mike Pomeranz is smiling ear to ear. Hey, Whelan got that breaking ball. He smoked it the other way. Stanton was shallow in right field. all the way to the wall, and the horses are running, and it's nice to see Glenn Hoffman getting some visitors down there, waving them home.
So now Venable with a chance to add on.
You're going to intentional walk Perino to get to me. Two could play that game.
And that looked like the identical spot where Anthony Bass hit his bases clearing triple the other night.
I'm taking the pitcher tomorrow, guys.
Well, Edson Volquez is in the cage right now working on his swing.
Even here on Venable. And here I was just trying to be a smart aleck and pick the pitcher the other day, and it worked.
How come when I pick the pitcher, they don't do anything?
Figure that one out.
Yeah, what was that swing? It was the blind squirrel and the acorn?
Oh, yeah. That's a big acorn.
Big time.
Right.
2-1. That seems to have rattled Velasco a little bit.
Well, guys, we talked about Cameron Maben letting the ball travel, too. Joe Whelan right there was in front of both sliders early, started seeing more sliders, and he got accustomed to it, let it travel, and a nice piece of hitting. He's got a really nice swing. Obviously, Mike Pomerantz thinks the same thing.
Yeah, that was a hanging slider away. Much easier for Whelan to take that ball to right field.
To the second baseman, and Infante will throw out Venable, and that'll do it. But the Padres pitching staff starting to hit a little bit here. Joe Whelan channeling his inner Anthony Bass with a 2-run double, and the Padres lead it 2-0.
This is Benfold, the best damn ship in the Navy. I'd like to say hello to my wife Amber, my kids Ethan, Cameron, and Sydney. I love you, I miss you, and I'll see you in a little bit. Thanks for all your support. I couldn't do it without you. Go Padres.
And thank you, sir, for your service. And thank you to these guys for their service coming soon. The recruits up there in the right field upper deck as Joe Whelan helping himself out in a big way and adding on to that total by the Padres, who have 5 runs batted in from their pitching staff, all in this series.
And here's something we got to keep an eye on this inning. The adrenaline is pumping for Joe Whelan, right? I mean, after he hit that double, he was on second base. He gave the fist pump, and you like that. I love to see the intensity and the animation from a kid who just came through big time. See if he gathers himself here this inning. Nothing better for Joe Whelan to have a quick top of the 6th, maybe 10 pitches, get right back in there so he can get a little bit of a blow.
He'll face Nolasco and throw strike.
And what a better way to start off the inning. I'm not selling Nolasco short, but 9-1-2, good way to start off this 6th.
From that statistic that we saw, the Padres have the second most pitching RBIs behind the Astros, who have 6. Rockies, who are coming to town next, right behind the Padres. Checked in time on a high fastball. And now 3-1 to Ricky Nolasco. Kind of what you're talking about here, Mud, with the lower throw of that fastball.
Yep.
And right back in that time, and it's full count. This is the 7th full count already in this game for Joe Whelan. That's why the pitch count is at 71. Nice catch.
He brought his glove, right?
Absolutely. Played the carom nicely. I watched that all the way over here. All right.
Hey now.
Ball 4.
Come cheer on your Padres. They take on the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim Saturday, May 19th. Interleague play at 7:05. The first 25,000 fans can show their support and Padres pride with a free Padres rally towel presented by TaylorMade. Don't wait. Get your tickets early at Padres.com, or that's Padres.com. Or get on the horn at 619-795-5555.
Lots of families here today, and that's what it's all about here on Military Spouse Appreciation Day. Getting some sunshine. Seeing a big league ball game. Different ways to stay cool. First pitch strike to Reyes, and it was good to see it after that walk that both John Baker and Chase Headley went to talk to Joe Whelan just to settle him down a little bit. This 2-run opposite field double has the Padres up 2-0. And there's a base hit to right. So 2 on. And nobody out, and the big boys are starting to come up to the plate here.
I was just about to mention how Reyes has grounded into 4 double plays this year. All from the left side, but he finds a hole on the right side. And the leadoff walk. Hopefully Joe Whelan can leave him stranded. It's a breaky ball, speeds up the bat of Reyes, and he punches it right through that hole, pulling it. Now they're going to go over some bunt defense here. Try to get that lead runner at third base.
So Reyes had a 4-game hitting streak against the Padres snapped yesterday with an 0 for 4. So now he is starting another streak. Former Met, of course, and with that big money deal in the offseason to join the Marlins. Not showing bunt. Bonifacio has a couple of sacrifices this year. So Thatcher up and loosening for the Padres in the bullpen. Gets the count even. Headley still respecting that bunt, is in a bit on the grass at third base, just in case they decide to put a play on here at the last second. There you see the defense. And it's now 2-1. You do get a little bit of a break with the pitcher running at second base. Fly ball will send Venable back and right. Still chasing, backpedaling on the warning track. He'll make the catch and wisely throw that ball to second base as Nolasco will scoot to third.
As soon as that ball was caught, Will Venable, knowing that there's no chance, obviously, to get the runner at going to third base, he wants to keep that runner, Reyes, at first base.
That's just knowing the game and knowing the situation in this ball game. Especially with these big hitters starting to come to the plate. You want to just have one guy in scoring position rather than two. So that's the first out. Brad Brock, a right-hander, has joined Thatcher in the bullpen.
Like Reyes, Ramirez has grounded into 4 double plays as well. The Marlin who leads in that category, Logan Morrison, who waits on deck.
Bounce to short. Marino is going to get one, and that's it. The run's going to score. As Nolasco crosses home plate, they get the fielder's choice. That goes 6-4, but now a 2-1 game. Well, fans, Friday on Fox Sports San Diego, catch a new episode of Padres POV. Throughout the season, get an inside look at the team from the players' point of view. Friday at 3 on Fox Sports San Diego, presented by Sequan Casino. Playing with those balloon animals out there in the park at the park.
Must be a clown around there somewhere. Is Pomeranz out there?
I didn't know that was coming next. I get the assist on that one, right? You knocked it out of the park, I'll get the assist. So a 2-1 game as Buddy Black looking out at his young right-hander, hoping to get him a win here today. That's the other thing I like about Buddy. I mean, this kid is 0-4, and you'd love nothing more than to get him a win. But Buddy Black is never going to let a personal achievement get in the way of a team game. And
exactly.
If he thinks that it's time to come out with the hook, he's going to come out with the hook.
Ooh, good changeup. I thought that was a pretty good pitch there. But according to Fox Tracks,
in a right center, that's going to go all the way to the wall. Ramirez is going to round third, and he will score to tie this game after the throw comes in, and it's offline, and scooting into third is Logan Morrison.
Look at Infante. Why is he standing there? Throw is heading right for him. Joe Whelan was doing his job. He's got to be on the on-deck circle.
We're going to score that a triple for Morrison on a run batted in to tie it at 2.
Fastball away. Morrison gets extended, splits the gap there, and everybody's off and running. And with that, you see Infante in between Baker and Whelan backing up. Well, once again, we mentioned before, Andy, these Marlins hitting mistakes. Morrison did just that. And Buddy Black is going to make a change here.
Going out to the mound there to take the baseball from Joe Whelan, who will depart. We'll get a nice round of applause as he heads into that first base dugout. 2-2 game with a runner at third. Back with more in just a moment. Is coming to replace him. Time now for our Sequan Casino Daycation highlight of the game. And we turn to Joe Whelan, who leaves this ball game with 4 strikeouts and an RBI double.
Hey, Joe threw the ball.
Two RBI double.
Yeah, Joe threw the ball well. Early on, he was pounding that fastball on the inside part of the plate. The breaking ball was working quite nicely. And who knows? Running the bases last half inning, that may have had a part in it. And I almost said it. Miami Marlins took advantage of a Whelan mistake, and there you see the line so far for Joe Whelan, responsible for Morrison on third.
So Brad Brock comes in, back up from Tucson, with the myriad of injuries that pitching staff has incurred. Brock on the opening day roster when Stauffer went on the DL. He was on his way back to Tucson and turned things around and came right back to San Diego. But Suppan, we just saw, one of the guys filling in, Tim Stauffer, who will make another rehab start on Wednesday. Brock has fallen behind Infante 3-0. And he gets a strike. So Brad Brock charged with trying to quiet down Omar Infante, who already has a double in this game, and try to keep it tight. And there is ball 4. Second walk in the inning.
And that's the last thing any manager wants. Bud Black inserting Brock to try to get out of this inning and leave that runner stranded. Now you've got a power hitter coming up in Stanton. Now you really got to bear down. Keep it at 2.
You saw Buddy Black yelling, "Come on, Brad!" And it's a thing that the manager has to learn about his pitching staff, especially with these young guys, who he can count on in a close game, not to walk a guy and to be able to come in and get somebody out. It's a little learning process going on here. Never good when you look at the pitch count and you see 6 total pitches, but you see only 1 strike.
And John Baker, like the catcher, counselor, teacher, right, going out there to sort things out. It looked like Baker kind of took a look towards the on-deck circle. So, you've got Sanchez. You do theoretically have a base open. You'd hate to load the bases, for crying out loud, but you always have to think ahead who's on deck.
Good block by Baker. So a very short-lived 2-0 lead for the Padres after the 2-run double by Whelan in the bottom of the 5th. Wheeler's choice RBI off the bat of Hanley Ramirez, and then the RBI triple by Morrison, and the runners are at first and third. Wheeler will have to wait another start to get that first big league win, but he would settle right now for a tie game and his team to get the victory as Brock throws a strike. Another learning curve, a learning process.
You see what Brock's trying to do. You see the Fox tracks, all those sliders down and away out of the zone. Cuteness. How you doing, Hollywood?
He's ready for a close-up. In the air. Coming on now, Venable. And that's the inning. But the Marlins tie it. They get a couple of runs. Big blow by Logan Morrison. That RBI triple, and Ramirez with an RBI grounder. And it's a 2-2 game to the bottom of the 6th. Game, Joe Whelan helping himself out there with a 2-run double. That came in the bottom of the 5th inning, but the lead, as mentioned, short-lived as a fielder's choice ground out there by Ramirez. Got a run home to make it 2-1. And then Logan Morrison connecting on a triple to right center. That tied the game at 2, and that was it for Joe Whelan, who left the ball game relieved by Brad Brock, and that's where we stand here in the 6th inning. And the lead batter will be Mark Kotze. So Whelan left to watch the rest of this game and hope his team can get a win. Now to the right side, ranging far off the bag there with Sanchez. Good play, 1 away. So here's Headley. As I mentioned with Kotze at the plate, Sundays have become kind of special in the Padres clubhouse this year with Mark Kotze running the music.
Oh, yeah. Today was...
it's like Sinatra Sunday.
I heard the chairman of the board crooning. Love to hear Frank Sinatra.
Little Ella Fitzgerald going on down there. And,
going old school.
Some big band stuff. It was kind of cool to walk in.
I heard Glenn Miller Band also.
Yes, you did. So Sinatra Sunday. Courtesy of Mark Kotze.
Love it.
And a first pitch strike to Headley. He's fun to be around.
Yeah, he is.
But he's all business when that game gets going.
Well, I think he's kind of frustrated because Nolasco from a fastball.
Fonte will grab that one and throw out Headley. Follow Fox Sports San Diego's coverage of the Padres with MLB.com @BAT12 for your iPhone, your iPad, Android, and Windows Mobile. Get live audio pitch tracking, video highlights, and a whole bunch more. Text @BAT to 31826 or head to Padres.com to get all the details. That is a great app, by the way.
It is.
Just checking out some games before we came in yesterday, watching some of the afternoon games on the iPad.
But getting back to Kotze, remember recently he has crushed the fastball.
Yes,
right?
he has.
He's done some damage, and he got a fastball from Nolasco. And wishes he had that one back. Yeah, it's going to happen, right?
So Alonso, 0 for 2 in the game. I was thinking about Mark Kotze too with his 6 RBIs this year. All 6 have given the Padres the lead in a game.
Clutch.
And there's a base hit up the middle. So Yonder Alonso now with hits in 9 of his last 10. And using all parts of the field.
That looked like a free and easy swing. As you take a look at Nolasco, it's a breaky ball. It's a curveball. Stays back on it nicely. We talked about Ricky Nolasco. He throws the slider, which is kind of like a slurve, but also a spiked curveball. He actually digs that nail on the ball like that. And that's how he throws his curveball.
In the center, and the catch made on the first pitch to Orlando Hudson. After 6, it's a 2-2 game.
Now, Mark Sweeney, Mike Pomeranz with you. I think we're all taking a page out of the Andy Mazer school of offensive predictions. It's all about the pitchers providing the offense recently. Anthony Bass a couple of days back, Joe Whelan today.
Well, he set the pressure for Joe Whelan today with the triple the other night, and Joe Whelan comes up with that big hit today. Nice piece of hitting. He's got a nice swing, let the ball travel, helped himself out. And it's a 2-2 ball game because of Joe Whelan right now.
Unfortunately, not able to throw up that zero when it came back out, so it is 2-2. And when we see in the post-game show, we're going to take a further look at what Joe Whelan was able to do today. A very high-quality outing for him. Certainly pleased, maybe a little frustrated. Also, some pretty good defense today. You're going to see all of that and just what the team is doing to shore things up defensively. And you're going to hear from the manager, Buddy Black. We'll have all that and more for you today in the post-game show. Andy, Mark?
All right, thank you, gentlemen. We have a new pitcher in the ball game. Luke Gregerson will come on in relief of Brad Brock, who went a third of an inning. Final line there on Whelan. 5 2/3 with 5 hits, a couple of runs, a walk, and 4 strikeouts. Gregerson is on for the 13th time. Gabby Sanchez will be first to face him. Good slider by Gregerson.
Yeah, right out of the gate, a good slider to Sanchez. Last time out for Luke, 2/3 of an inning. That was on Friday night against these same Marlins. Nice.
Got him way out in front.
Look at the tilt on that slider, just straight down. A lot of times you see the slider, which is kind of a sweeping motion. When Luke Gregerson is on his game with that pitch, it breaks straight down.
Got him fishing.
For Gregerson, uno dos, adios. Just expands the strike zone after 2 sliders that catch the plate, and that one way off, and he's got to protect. Hey, Pomeranz is working his magic. Looks like a butterfly or something. I don't know. He made a snow cone with the shaved ice and also balloon animals.
Multi-talented.
Guy can do it all. Can he wash cars? Can he work at the car wash too?
Yeah, nice. Big good idea. Tapper right there to Gregerson. 2 away.
You will see a lot of right-handed hitters do just that when Luke Gregerson's slider is on. Look at the location of this slider. Down. Buck cues it. It's got that funky action on it. Plenty of time for Gregerson to fire a strike over to first base.
It looked like he just hit the very top of the ball. That's it.
Yep.
Straight down to the ground. So Nolasco started the trouble for Whelan in that 6th inning with a lead walk. He scored the first run of the game and now takes a strike. Gregerson going to the fastball. One of those few relievers that will come out of a bullpen with nobody on base and work from a windup.
Houston Street does the same thing.
He was bailing. Pitchers seem to like to throw the slider better than trying to hit the slider.
No question on that. Another one right here to put him away.
Indeed. So Gregerson with a very clean 7th inning. Couple of strikeouts for Luke Gregerson here. And we go to the bottom of the 7th. We're tied at 2.
mountains, to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America.
Bottom of the 7th and a 2-2 game as you look at Tony Gwynn in statue form out there at the park And on back into Petco Park with a 2-2 ball game. And a lot of youngsters here with a lot of Padres colors on and some Little Leaguers. As we honored the Little Leaguers today before the ball game on a little parade around the warning track, and also honoring the military spouses today, Military Spouse Appreciation Day, to thank them for their sacrifice here at home while their significant other is making that sacrifice to keep us free across this globe. You see some of those Little Leaguers enjoying the game today. See a lot of those snow cones.
It's a hot item.
Yes, it is.
And a lovely rendition of God Bless America
Absolutely.
as well.
So Cameron Maybin will lead off for the Padres here in the 7th.
How about a crooked number this inning, huh?
Be nice to see, wouldn't it?
Third time around for Nolasco, facing Maybin, Baker, and Perino, due up here in the 7th.
Gets the high strike. I've noticed something, and again, I'm not breaking any ground here, but the offense seems to run a little bit better when Maybin's on base, causing some havoc. Into short center, and playing out of bounds is Bonifacio. So a lead single for Cameron Maybin. And Sunday, May 20th, Padres will take on the Angels at 1:05. Get to the ballpark early to enjoy a special pregame ceremony as part of Padres Salute to the Military Child presented by Tri-West. Don't wait. Get your tickets today, Padres.com or 619-795-5555. Honor the spouses today, now the children of those families that's serving in the military get their day here at the ballpark. That Maybin ran last time. Nolasco will pay some attention to him. 2 hits now for Maybin. As Randy Choate, left-hander, warming up in the bullpen. Nolasco still pretty efficient, only at 85 pitches right now. Another throw over. Andrew Kashner. Up that flame-throwing right arm. Strike call.
John Baker did not like that call at all. If Nolasco is going to throw that big breaking ball to John Baker, speed up his bat. Huge hole on that right side with Sanchez holding on. Maybin can rattle it around in that right field corner. And he comes back with the fastball.
Throw to first. That with the obligatory boos from the crowd.
They want him to throw the ball.
Yes, they do. Roll to first. Sanchez will throw to second. They'll get the lead man. These Marlins here in town. We talk about the free agent class, and Pujols with his first home run today, but still scuffling at a 196 clip. C.J. Wilson also got a lot of money. Decent record, decent ERA for the American League. Fielder at 300 with 4 home runs for the Tigers. And Ramos Ramirez got off to a decent start, then has really kind of fallen back to the pack here at 212 with a couple of homers and 12 runs batted in.
And all those players have been around long enough to where, you know, they'll be able to. I'm not saying, I'm talking Pujols. Ramirez, kind of, you know, streaky. But C.J. Wilson, good numbers. And Prince, wow.
You look at that Tigers lineup and you think Fielder, Cabrera, Austin Jackson at the top. Chase down the changeup. Look at Randy Choate, left-hander. Warming up for Ozzie Guillen down that right field line. Possible reason is that Blake T. Cody has stepped into the on-deck circle to hit in the pitcher's spot. Left-hand batter. Good block there by Buck. Got that hockey goalie mask, and he's also got the sunglasses on underneath. Nice little design on that helmet too.
Yeah, they say that hockey style mask weighs more than the traditional mask, but it's evenly distributed.
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel as heavy.
Foul tip in and out of the glove of Buck.
Nolasco going with the off-speed pitches. This was the curveball to Perino, but you know, his changeup that he throws, he actually holds it as if it's almost like a split finger grip, but he calls it a changeup. It's not a true split finger forkball type. So many different ways to hold a changeup, so he elects to go with the split finger grip.
So there are 92 pitches for Nolasco.
Throw over to first.
Baker back on the bat. It's got that design on that mask like a hockey goalie. They spent a lot of time designing those masks. And he gets Perino on the curve. And now 2 away. And Blake T. Cody will come to the plate as a pinch hitter.
Well, that's the first strikeout for Nolasco since striking out Joe Whelan in the 3rd inning. Got him with the backdoor curveball.
So Guillen had his left-hander warming up, but is choosing to stick with Nolasco here.
Yeah, and the reason why I think is because, you know, he's doing well with the pitch count, but also the changeup and the curveball, very effective.
And that's into right. Stanton chasing and makes it an adventure, but hauls it in. Just in front of the warning track by the Petco porch in deep right field. So Stanton sticks with it and ends the inning. We go to the 8th, tied at 2.
finest ship in the fleet, the USS Benfold. I'd like to give a shout out to my beautiful wife, Etsis. Thank you for all of your support. I love you very much, babe. Go Padres!
Again, thank you, sir, as we come back here to Petco Park on a great-looking Sunday afternoon. Look even better. Vander Kashner can hold these Marlins scoreless here in the 8th and maybe get a couple runs in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Not a bad idea. Opponent's only hitting 178 off Andrew. It's fun to watch. Free and easy motion. Fastball, slider, changeup. Last time out for Andrew was in the 7th inning, a third of an inning, a hit and a walk. That was on Friday night. That's when Johnny Holstaff was used, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, 12-inning affair. Padres on the short end of the stick on that one, losing 9-8. Darren Balsley on the phone to the bullpen. Just to maybe make sure, hey, you know, it's a tie game. In the event of something happening one way or the other, what the chain of command is going to be down there in that bullpen.
Well, that brings me to a thought. Maybe you can help out with this too, and you know, not to second guess anything, just with Buddy Black talking about those that were going to come in to replace Houston Street. Generally in a tie game, you see the closer for the home team in the 9th inning.
Right. I was thinking the same thing.
So Kashner is in there in the 8th inning.
You know what, the way Dale Thayer's been throwing.
Yeah, that's true. Plus you got the big hitters up here as well, and maybe figuring that the fastball will serve better here with the top of the order as he gets ahead of Reyes. Just thinking out loud here.
No, I think that's a very valid point.
Count even now, 1-1.
And let's face it, if it gets to a point where it is a safe situation, you might see not just one pitcher pitch the 9th. It might be a matchup because you got Spence and Thatcher. You might bring in a lefty just to face a lefty, and then bring in another pitcher, maybe a Thayer, right? Who's left down there on the right side to save it.
Everybody didn't say, hey, Kashner is my definite closer. He said that he's going to get the first crack at it here, and he also indicated a couple of other names. Late swing. And this is the reason we're talking about it, because Houston Street throwing a pitch in that 12-inning game, and you could tell something wasn't right. And it was even worse when he did that. Say, come on out and take a look. And that strained lat in the right shoulder area. And a base hit to right. A 1-2 pitch. So the go-ahead run is on. And Bonifacio will come to the plate. But Street was saying yesterday that, well, take a look at this pitch first.
That's the second time this afternoon that Reyes kind of out in front a little bit. It looked like it was a breaking ball. Second time this afternoon he is singled to right.
I was going to say it was nice to hear Street say that it was going to be the disabled list 2 weeks, 15 days. He didn't seem like he was really concerned about it after that. He said we'll have to kind of wait and see, but obviously you don't know how things are going to heal. Everybody heals at a different rate. But it wasn't the shoulder itself, and it was a muscle rather than something else.
Right.
A quick throw to first.
Yeah, he said it was deeper into the muscle, so no ligaments are affected, which is a good thing.
Because I agree with you, and you were talking about the shoulder yesterday as Buddy Black looks on at his depleted bullpen there with a couple of guys out. One attempt, but outside. That when you start messing around with shoulders, there's so many little muscles and bones and tendons and things like that. When you talk about elbow, it's not a great thing, but elbow probably more cut and dry, huh?
Yeah, you've got muscle in the shoulder. You've got labrum in the shoulder. You've got cartilage there. You've got the bone, as you mentioned. You've got the subchromial space for impingement. Believe me, after being through a couple shoulder surgeries, you get to know the anatomy a little bit more.
He's not a doctor, but he plays one on TV.
Yeah. so many more things can go wrong.
Very true. And you've seen so many guys come back from the elbow as Hanley Ramirez watches from the on-deck circle or thereabouts. More so than the shoulder. There goes Reyes. And no throw. Had too big a jump. And the pitch called a ball. 3-0. 8th stolen base of the year for Reyes.
Pretty decent jump. It was a pitch down and away for Baker. These Marlins will run. We know that.
As a team now, 31 stolen bases and only 5 caught stealings. So Reyes is the go-ahead run. He stands in scoring position. Nobody out. And a generous strike called in the outside corner. And now he pushes the bunt, forcing Headley to make the throw, and he'll eat it. That was skilled handling of the bat.
Well, that ball checked up nicely, didn't it? Well, the last thing you want to happen in an inning like this with nobody out is have the wheels come off and have the Marlins throw up a crooked number. Our runners at the corners, perfectly placed by Bonifacio.
And for Bonifacio, that is his 11th infield hit. He had been tied with Derek Jeter for the big league lead. Will Venable also on that list, tied for second with 8 infield knocks. So now you see the infield coming in, especially on the corners, midway, up the middle, with Hanley Ramirez at the plate. Runners on at first and third. And there goes Bonifacio breaking for second, and he'll steal the bag. His league leading 14th steal.
Yonder Alonso just switched out gloves from the dugout. He threw his first baseman's glove into the dugout, and somebody immediately tossed him another one. I don't know whether the lacing broke. He's got a new guante out there at first.
Great block by Baker. Oh, with those 14 steals for Bonifacio, he has not been caught yet. 14 for 14. Maybe it's all about the rosin on the top of the helmet. Not a real good look, but I guess if it helps you steal bases, go for it, right? Put in play to a perfect spot. As Perino will throw out Ramirez. Big first out.
Okay, there's one. Got his ground ball. Nicely done by Andrew Kashner. And here's how it all started to Hanley Ramirez. First pitch, fastball. That's the stolen base. Slider in the dirt. Great block by John Baker. You know, that was a hittable pitch. Ramirez just happened to top that baseball and hit a perfect grounder to Perino.
So Darren Balsley will come out and have a chat. And while they chat, we'll take you around the majors and tell you what happened in games today. Juan Nicasio for the Colorado Rockies. Allowed 5 runs as the Rockies lose to the Braves 7-2. Matt Latos gets 11 punchouts in 7 innings. Does not allow a run on only 2 hits. The Reds win at Pittsburgh 5-0. And Tyler Green, the second baseman for the Cardinals. Big day, 3 for 3, double, 2 home runs, 4 RBI. Cardinals wallop the Astros 8-1. As we show you Nicasio, as the Rockies are the next team to come into San Diego.
Those Astros, they had a 5-game winning streak.
They did. Played some good ball. So now with first base open, they're going to intentionally pass the left-hand batting Logan Morrison, and they will get to the red-hot Omar Infante with the bases loaded.
Well, it's always a righty on righty, but still, it's all about making good quality pitches to Infante. Sure, he's swinging the bat well, but it's all about making good pitches. So righty on righty, power against a hitter who can use the whole field. Good short, quick stroke. And hopefully for Andrew Kashner early on and work for a grounder. If you get 2 strikes, then go for the strikeout. But put Infante on the defensive early on, and that means strike 1.
The all-important strike 1. Buddy Black stresses it time and time again. Placing his infielders where he wants them right now. They're coming in on the corners and back at double play depth up the middle. Good shot there of all the bases being filled with Marlins. And the first pitch high. So Infante 0 for 3 with the bases loaded this year.
Infante hitting .346 off of righties this year.
Big cut and miss.
Is that the Toto 99 or the Nina 99 red Loof balloons?
You know, I think that might have been the because Cashner has to hold the line here, so that's a little extra Toto stuff.
That's more
there.
Toto.
So, yeah,
99.
you got to go 99 on
Nice.
that one. Got to be Toto.
Well, 1-1, still trying to make a good quality pitch to get a grounder.
.100 miles an hour, but out of the strike zone. Mano y mano right here. Pitcher Cashner, power arm. Infante, batter, having a great series.
Just a little nugget also on Infante. He has hit this with the bases loaded this year.
So now the count even.
Put him away here, Foiler.
Good battle.
How do you catch up? 102? Come on. That's awesome.
That's a high fever right there.
Yeah, it is.
102.
The Heat bringing you the high hard ones every day. Would you throw him a slider here? Or you stick with the Heat.
Like, you know, as a pitcher, I would really hate to get beat on my second best pitch.
You know what? It's a well located fastball here.
Swing and a miss. He got him. 101.
Well, here's how it all started. Infante, Cashner, he wanted to go down and away, but it got away from him. Now he's got the feeling of just trying to go 99, 100 fastballs away. The main thing here, get the 2 strikes and put them away. We saw 102 and then 101. The main thing there, fastballs away. And then you make a good point, Andy. He didn't want to get beat with his second pitch. No sliders there. Tendency to hang it, speed up his bat. He put him away with the fastball.
Now more power against power and a big swing and a miss on another 101 fastball. Cashner just rearing back and firing. Reyes is kind of playing a little game of cat and mouse down there at third. He got Anthony Bass to balk the other day. But Cashner working out of the stretch comes back and misses. He is averaging he's averaging 101.
Yeah, he's got a little extra humpy hump working today on that heater.
Again, we go mano y mano. Power against power. Some of these great battles within the battle. That was cooking too. 101 again.
26 pitches for Andrew this inning. That's quite a workout, and the ball strike ratio even up at 13.
Well, what do you think? 101 again, maybe? Yeah, 101 again.
Absolutely. And just pepper that outside corner.
Bring him the heater, Ricky.
Fans are sensing this big moment right here in this game to keep it tied. Bases are loaded. In a 2-2 game and a 2-2 pitch coming up. Just got a piece of it, and boy, John Baker is upset with himself. Another 102-mile-an-hour fastball. Baker had his glove on it. But I tell you, that ball was cooking.
Yeah, that's just something you cannot practice as a catcher.
Those are the kind of pitches you can hear better than see. Now we've gone about as far as we can go here at a full count. Another pitch over 100 miles an hour. Buddy Black looking on anxiously. Stanton the batter. Cashner the pitcher. Bases loaded. Big moment in this here game. Swinging a foul again. And for good measure, another 101. The fever's not breaking real quick, is it?
Trying to stay away. You can see how far behind that ball was when Stanton made contact with it to foul it. It's like in his back hip pocket.
8th pitch of this battle coming up. Runs coming in.
Well, it was a battle, but the last pitch of the at-bat just got away from Andrew Cashner, and he was maybe a couple of inches from getting out of this because of the foul tip, and John Baker just couldn't hit it. It's not John Baker's fault, because when you're trying to catch a 101, 102-mile-an-hour fastball, that's tough as it is already. Peppering away, and then that one up and in. Obviously not by design there. He walks in a run.
And that one gets away from Baker. Back to the screen, and Bonifacio is going to score.
Well, that was a slider. And no discussion between Baker and Cashner. It was not a cross-up, but it was a breaking ball.
Well, they scored that a pass ball.
Well, that ball. It was a very catchable ball. And John Baker went palm up rather than just trying to catch that ball on the outside part of the plate. Hits right off the heel of the glove. It's got to be a pass ball, isn't it?
It is, yep. So now 4-2 Marlins. Right there on the brink of getting out of it. And now 2 runs are in. And those 2 at bats, as they discussed in the Marlins dugout, the 2 at bats that were just unbelievable were the Infante and Stanton at bats. Getting Infante to strike out and being 1 pitch away from getting out of it. Baker getting a workout back there.
Always have to anticipate that breaking ball in the dirt. That looked like a fastball that just once again got away from Andrew Cashner. Boy, so close, and the last thing you want to see is the wheels come off in an inning like this late in the game.
Foul tip held that time by Baker. Cashner taking a little something off the fastball down to 99.
pitch count continues to rise. That was the 37th pitch for Andrew Cashner this inning.
One more and he'll tie Ernesto Frieri's 38 pitch outing. The caveat of that is that Ernesto did not give up a run. So there they are at second and third for the Marlins. Stands at second. Morrison is at third. Cashner trying to limit any further damage. 2 runs are in.
You know, that Frieri outing,
yeah,
that's got to be a major league record.
I would think it is.
Somebody's got to look that up. Throw 38 pitches in an inning and not give up a run.
It's Houdini, though. The great escape.
Steve McQueen.
Souvenir for those guys. Is he smelling that baseball to see if there was a smell of burnt wood from a 99-mile-an-hour fastball? Little blooper. That's going to be a tough play. It's in for a base hit. And Stanton being held after Morrison scores. Halfway down the line. Was Joey Espada, the third base coach. 1 run is in, and that will bring Buddy Black out of the first base dugout. 5-2 Marlins here in the 8th. Not hit well, but well placed. Off the bat of Gabby Sanchez. So Stanton will be at third, Sanchez at first. New pitcher coming in. 5-2 Marlins here in the 8th. At the ballpark, and they can enjoy a day at the ballpark tomorrow as well, as the Colorado Rockies will come to town. Drew Pomeranz, one of the guys that the Rockies got from the Indians in that Ubaldo Jimenez trade, off to an 0-1 start against Edinson Volquez, who's still looking for his first Padres win. That ERA, though, very good at 2.92. Volquez has pitched well enough to win his last couple of starts. New pitcher here for the Padres, Miles Michaelis, will make his second big league outing. He gave up the home run yesterday. But I'm sure he has his feet about him more today.
I was just going to say, maybe not quite the jitters that he had yesterday. Inherits a couple of runners. That's one thing that relievers take pride in, is leaving those runners out there.
Outside. Well, the long trot in from the bullpen, and then giving up a home run to Stanton into left field. There's Orlando Hudson checking for the heartbeat to make sure it's elevated. Then he certainly did settle in.
He most certainly did. He got a good curveball, cut fastball, mid-90s, changeup.
Count evens now to ball and strike. Tough day for Andrew Cashner, but rushing that ball up there at 102 miles an hour. Just couldn't get that one pitch.
He's fun to watch, though, isn't he? Andrew
He is
Castro.
awesome to watch. A lot of excitement and electricity.
Hey, he's a battler, man. He's a competitor.
And that's the thing that's so tough to walk through that clubhouse these days, because none of these guys like to lose.
No.
You don't get dressed in the morning thinking you're going to come to the ballpark and it's okay to lose. That ball pops out of Baker's glove. Heading toward the plate, there will be a play, and not in time. Sliding in safely is Stanton, and it's now 6-2 Marlins. So credit a stolen base to Sanchez, and now a pass ball again to John Baker.
Yeah, John Baker, second time that had a little difficulty with the fastball from Michaelis. Looked like a very catchable pitch. And once again, looked like it was off the heel again. Great effort by John trying to get the ball to home plate with Michaelis covering. It was a close play.
Just got that hand down on the home plate before the tag. So a 4-run eighth. And ball four. So we get a pinch hitter for Nolasco. Greg Dobbs, left-hand batter, will come to the plate. Buddy Black, all he can do is fold those arms and hope the offense, with a couple of more cracks, can get him back into it. And he gets a hit. It's tough. That crowd was up and energized on a couple of at-bats there from Cashner, with a strikeout of Infante and then going the distance there on Stanton. And now with 4 runs in and a couple of strange plays that allowed runs to score, kind of the wind has come out of the sails a little bit here, but doesn't mean it can't get revved back up. That'll be fielded by Alonso. He'll touch to the bag himself. And the inning has come to an end. 9 men come to the plate. 4 men score. Bottom of the 8th coming up. 6-2 Miami. Fox Sports San Diego presents Padres Baseball, brought to you by Petco, where the healthy pets go. Well, not smooth sailing right now, as that 8th inning certainly widened this gap. It was a 2-2 game and a 4-run top of the 8th for the Marlins, as Kristen Orfield will come up as a pinch hitter for Will Venable. And a new pitcher for the Marlins is the left-hander Randy Choate.
Randy Choate, a 3-pitch pitcher, fastball, slider, change, mid to upper 80s, not overpowering by any means. Always working from the stretch. Opponent's only hitting 43 cents. 0.43 off of Choate.
He missed badly with the first one. So Denorfia batting for Venable with the left-hander. Even 1-1. So Velasco goes 7. Couple of runs earned, 5 hits, a walk. It was intentional and 3 strikeouts, and is in line for the victory, which would again tie him with Dontrell Willis atop the all-time leaderboard with the Miami Marlins franchise. It would be his 68th career win. Two and one on Denorfia. Base hit, solid up the middle.
Well, you start chipping away, right? It's got to start sometime, and Kristen Denorfia does a nice job of using the whole field, the right center side of the field. He actually takes that pitch on the inside part of the plate from Choate. So once again, the pinch hitters, huh? Coming out smoking off the bench.
1 for 2 today. And the pinch. Came in leading the National League at a 386 clip, and Jesus Guzman will come to the bat as a pinch hitter as well. Guzman takes that inside. And now a chap.
Well, going into this game, righties off of Choate were 0 for 6. I smell a rally.
Me too. Maybe it was the leftover garlic fries down there, but it's definitely the rally. Buddy Black always senses a rally. Choate way behind, now 3-0. Guzman is 5 for 7 as a pinch hitter this year with 4 runs batted in. 3-1. The rally caps are out.
Need a rally cap and a rally shillelagh.
Mm-hmm. Ball 4. So 2 men on with nobody out for Chase Headley.
And Ozzie Guillen has seen enough.
Comes with that quick hook. Choate can't retire anybody. Put the first 2 Padre runners on base. And a new pitcher will come in here for the Miami Marlins. Still in the 8th, 2 on, nobody out, 6-2 Miami. That young lady's a candidate, but Joe Wheeler is our guy today, doing it with the arm. 5 2/3 innings, 4 strikeouts, but also at the plate. At the time, gave the Padres a 2-0 lead with that double into right field. His first RBIs as a major leaguer. But the Marlins came back to tie it with 2 in the 6th and a 4-run 8th. And that is the difference in the game. Ryan Webb, the new pitcher, former Padre right-hander.
Looking for a grounder. Hard sinker from Ryan Webb. We saw it the other night.
And Chase Headley at the plate takes ball 1.
He'd get that sinker up to 95, 96, a slider and a changeup. Opponent's hitting under 200 at 191. Doing pretty good on the, not bad on the walks either. See, Ryan Webb is the type of pitcher where he can throw the ball down the heart of the plate and let the ball do the work. When you get the heavy sinkers, which move a lot, you start having pitchers that start nitpicking a little bit. Hitters know that. They lay off of it, and they have a 2-0 count, just like here to Chase Headley.
And he gets the strike. Ryan Webb came from the Oakland A's to the San Diego Padres. That was a deal that everyone around here likes to call Scott Hairston 1.
That's
right. It was reacquired. So that was the first Scott Hairston deal. Had some success with the Padres. And of course, his trade along with Mujica to these Marlins got the Padres Cameron Maybin. And much like that deal that the other day was made from Ernesto Friera, you deal from a position of strength. You have numbers in your bullpen and guys you have confidence in the minors, and that's what allows you to make those deals.
And abundance, right?
Yep.
Of arms.
Never have too many of those. Strike 3 call.
Oh, good pitch. Comeback 2-seamer on the inside part of the plate to the lefty. Ryan Webb brought in to Chase Headley. Righty on lefty. You can see. Now here's the key. Away, 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 right? That one's down the middle. Slider trying to backdoor. Now he's got him aware of the backdoor slider, and then he just freezes him with that 2-seam fastball. That was a great setup right there by Ryan Webb to get Headley.
Hardly seemed fair. So now he'll work to Yonder Alonso. Get into the seats and out of play.
I think the one pitch that really made that at bat set up the way it did was that slider that he fouled off that tried to backdoor that slider. Hey, if you don't bring your glove, you can always use your hat.
Nice. Nicely done. Too much time there, so Alonso will step out. Under 1 for 3 today. Again, as we mentioned, has been a doubles machine as of late. 7 doubles over his last 10 games. Not close. Slider in on that back foot.
And he ain't biting.
Good job to hang on there. Hudson on deck.
Well, you're in slam range, right?
Want to keep it in slam range. Good swing.
Tough to square up those sinkers down and away.
Now, does that kind of play into a guy like Alonso's hands here, because he does look a lot toward left field?
Yeah, especially if he gets one elevated about thigh high, it'll flatten out a little bit. The lower that Webb throws that two-seamer, the more it's going to break. So if he gets one elevated, and that's why, Andy, you see the defense playing the way they are. You see Morrison shading over in case Alonso does get one up and away. That's most likely where he will hit it.
So he's worked it full. Denorfia stands at second. Guzman is at first base. Both pinch hitters, both getting on. Denorfia with a single, Guzman with a walk. Headley struck out for the first out of the inning. And now here is Alonso. Bouncer to the right side. Up and throwing is Sanchez. And a tough delivery there, and it gets away from Webb. Heading toward the plate and scoring is Denorfia. Heads up base running by Denorfia as he crosses the plate and makes it a 3-run deficit. And safe at first is Alonso.
Sanchez getting that lead runner at second base. Hey, any way you can get a run, start to chip away. There's the force out. Boy. Looked like, did Sanchez maybe stride a little bit too, or Webb rather. Oh, he had to get over there. So he really wasn't anchored over there at first base, kind of still in motion. So his motion is going towards the bag, and the ball was thrown to his left.
There goes an E6. Fielder's choice. So no RBI on that play. But the run is in. That's the important thing. Now with 2 away. And Alonso at first. Roll to the right side. Fonte will throw out Orlando Hudson, and that is the Padres' 8th inning. They do get a run closer, score a run on an error, and after 8, 6-3 Miami.
You for everything and for your support. Go Padres.
And again, thank you, as the Padres celebrate Military Spouse Appreciation Day today here at the ballpark. Lots of folks attending today's game, and some changes for the Padres here as we go to the top of the 9th inning. Josh Spence is the new pitcher, appearing now for the 9th time. Also a couple of other defensive changes in the ball game today as Chris Denorfia pinch hit and takes over in right field. And Jesus Guzman, also a pinch hitter in that 8th inning, will take over in left. And Josh Spence, as mentioned, on the mound, trying to keep this a clean 9th inning to give the Padres a little chance here in the bottom of the 9th inning, only down 3.
Yeah, it was very frustrating in the 8th inning with those Marlins batting around, scoring 4 runs. So Josh Spence hold them at the 3-run lead for the Marlins. And the Padres hopefully go to Hackett in their half in the 9th inning.
Looking ahead to that 9th inning. They've been scheduled to lead off. Baker, then Perino. Doing some cotton candy at the ballpark today.
Pretty good seats, too, right on the dugout.
I was going to say, those are really good seats.
They're all set. They've got the waters for the hydrate. You got the lemonade. You got the, looks like maybe garlic fries or something, and then the cotton candy.
I'd say that's a successful trip to the ballpark. Reyes swinging at the first ball. Maven will get over there to make the catch. Marlins batted around in that 8th inning, so top of the order once again, and now the batter will be Emilio Bonifacio. Padres will visit the new home, Marlins Park of the Miami Marlins. It'll be a weekend series at the end of July, July 27, 28, and 29, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, so the roof will probably be closed too, right, because of the humidity? And
you would think, yeah.
Working a little AC.
Brain trust to the Padres right there with Buddy Black and Darren Balsley, the pitching coach. Josh Spence with that unique delivery. Gets ahead. Little leaguers. Coaches there saying, okay, now that's how you throw that ball. That's how you play this. Yeah. Good example.
There you go. Give it to a kid. Good for you.
Nicely done. One and two the count.
How many different positions you play in Little League?
Let's see. Believe it or not, I was a little bit shorter than I am even now. I know that's hard for you to believe.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't always been this tall, you know. I played a little first base.
Really?
I did. Did a little first.
You must have had a good glove.
I could pick it with the best.
Just don't throw it over your head, right?
Don't throw it over my head. Low target. Did a little pitching, but I was the counteractive to the flamethrower that we had from the left side. I would come in and throw that dazzling 44, 45 mile an hour fastball and just have people swinging out of their shoes.
Nice.
It's gone full. Later on, put a little short, put a little center. Saw the entire diamond. Never caught though. Never got behind the plate.
Really? Caught once. It's a good experience.
Solid base hit to left. Bonifacio on again.
I think especially at the Little League level, every kid, boy or girl, should experience every position on the field.
Why not?
Hey, have fun at it. You know, all the Little League teams now.
Yeah.
A lot of, Cincinnati, the Reds. They got the Padres. What was your first Little League team?
See, we always had sponsor names.
Yeah. What was yours?
I think I was Gus Wilkins Landscaping.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I remember that. Blue jersey.
Mine was Burr Oak Subdivision.
Nice.
That was in the minors. Then I went to the majors. It was Sill's Restaurant. And we were awesome. We were like undefeated 3 years in a row.
I think I had, I remember the next year was sponsored by one of the shopping centers. And we mentioned a bit earlier that the Little Leaguers were parading around. The favorite, though, of course, those camos here on Sunday.
Yeah, rocking the jerseys, dude. Nice.
It was a cool little parade.
It was nice.
Spence will throw to second. They'll try to return. Not going to be in time. Look at the lead man. Here is safe on the fielder's choice. I remember my second Little League team was Golf Mill Bank. That's what it was.
Josh Spence fires a strike. See how he gets to flat ground rather than throwing up the slope of that mound. Actually going to the baseball rather than letting the baseball come to him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a big seller today.
Oh, man. It's like the extra large snow cone.
That's Jim Thome as a kid from Peoria, Illinois.
Well, yeah, he's on the DL now. You know. More snow cones. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
Except right here in the booth. The broken bat slow roller. Nice backhand and nice feed on the bag at first, where Spence will make the cover. And the Marlins don't score. Last wraps here for the Padres, down 3 in the bottom of the ninth. Last chance here for the Padres, down 3 as we go to the bottom of the ninth inning. A great area out there at Petco Park, Park at the Park. As we look at an old face, a familiar face that is, not an old face, young guy, Edward Mujica. I think you know what I meant.
Absolutely. Hey.
First pitch single to right. And off the bat of Maben. 3 straight base hits for Cameron. And a couple the opposite way.
Absolutely. Shorten it up. Watch him get to this baseball away. Shorten it up on the backside. Hey, that's a start. Hey, now safe situation, right? So Mujica.
Mentioned Mujica. Also, defensively, Austin Kearns will go into play left field. So the batter, John Baker.
Well, it's been a rough go-around for Heath Bell, the closer of the Miami Marlins. This would be his inning right here with the 3-run lead for the Marlins, but Edward Mujica now trying to nail it down.
And the Padres added to the misery. The 9th inning on Friday. Cameron Maben got doubled on the right field line. Tied it up in a game that was eventually won in 12 innings by the Marlins.
That's got to be a weird feeling, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, you're signed as a big free agent. You come over, you're going to be the closer. This is your inning, and you just have the jacket on and have to sit back and watch.
And your former team. There's a strike. Sam Mujica, not old by any stretch. Born in 1984. And the reason I bring that up is because Edward and I share a birthday.
Do you really?
It's coming up in a few days, actually. He's going to be 28. I'll be more than 28.
When were you born? 68?
67. 67. Yeah. So I'll be the ripe old age of 45. I think I'll take a couple of those for my birthday.
Hey, they're running low. 3 to go.
We got, hey, bring them up.
Get them while they're cold.
Absolutely right. Baker down on strikes. For the first down of the Padres' 9th. And Andy Perino will come up. Edward born May 10th of 1984. He was born May 10th of 1967. I'm sure that interests a lot of people. So I'll just leave it go at that. Sometimes I amuse myself. That's, okay. They even started to run, but a foul to the screen.
I see nothing wrong with that, Andy.
No, I heard the crickets. It's okay.
You gotta make fun of yourself, right?
Hey, if you can't laugh at yourself,
I'll laugh at you.
Absolutely right. Who can you laugh at? I challenge you. Nick Hundley has a bat in his hand. He is in the on-deck circle.
Hey, 2 runners on. You get Hot Rod Hundley up there at the dish. You never know what's going to happen. He's had some late inning heroics in his career as a Padre.
Yes, he has. That spot's been a good one for that vendor down there. I'll tell you that. He's visited that location a few times today. Good business. More snow cones. I think they bought them out of the last 3. Now the important money. No such thing as a free snow cone.
Yeah.
And Perino down on strikes. Padres down to their final out.
Well, Edward Mujica has that good changeup of his. It's almost like a split finger grip, almost like a 3-finger grip. Fastball, split, slider. And when he's on with that pitch, it'll drop right off the table.
The one problem I remember him having with the Padres was leadoff home runs.
That's right.
He would give up a ton of leadoff home runs. Even on the move again. And he will take second with a defensive indifference, fielder's choice. So Hundley as the pinch hitter. First pinch hitting appearance this year. Held up in time, 2-1. That makes some sense here because you don't usually turn to your second catcher to pinch hit unless you're in a situation like this.
Yeah, usually the last guy on the bench to hang around, huh?
Late on that swing. And now the Padres down to their final strike. Marlins exacting a little revenge here, or at least trying to, as the Padres swept the season series a year ago. 7 games. 4 here at Petco, 3 last year at the home of the then Florida Marlins. So the Miami Marlins try to return the favor. Just held up in time. Marlins trying to run their winning streak to 6 games. They would be 6-0 in the month of May. And it would be their second straight 3-game sweep. And that'll be a foul ball. It's the second time since the Marlins came into existence that would happen. But stranger things have happened with the team down to its final strike. Just like that youngster knows. That rally cap is going to stay on till the game's over.
Hey, we've seen a lot of crazy things in this game of baseball. You never pack it in early. You never give away at-bats. As a pitcher, you never take for granted a 3-run lead.
Roll to third. And out is Hundley, and the ball game is over. And the Marlins have come in and taken a 3-game sweep from the San Diego Padres. Today's final 6-3 in favor of the Marlins. That is our final here, and we're going to send things over to Mike Pomerantz to find out what's coming up next on the postgame show.
Hey guys, got a big show for you planned. If you have a family member, a friend, maybe a little leaguer who was at the game today, make sure you watch us on the postgame show because we're going to show some of those kids. One could be yours. We'll see you in the postgame.